Hello and welcome to another Vaggies, Beers, Wines and Spirits review. 2 days before Christmas, is it? Sunday, Monday, yeah, these days, being off work, you lose what days are which. Yeah, tomorrow's Christmas Eve, yeah. So, today's review, and I can't believe I hadn't already reviewed it, but got some lagers from an ex-workmate at Sainsbury's, from their tatty area, as they call it. So, Foster's, obviously one of the top selling lagers in the country. Is that because of taste, or is there another reason? We shall see. So, so 4%. I presume it is anyway. Should be standard 4%. Yes. So mainstream lagers all seem to be around about the 4% mark. Don't ask me why, it's just that thing. So it's straw light gold colour with a good white head on it. Not masses of carbonation or lacing. But still, it's still there, it's prevalent. Very light malts in flavour, but it is a lager, so, unless you get a flavoured lager, which there are some out there, it's pretty much standard fare. It's come out of a fridge, so it's chilled at 5 degrees, so optimal drinking temperature for any lager, really, and any golden beer, 5 degrees is that temperature. I mean, my shed's about that temperature now, with the temperature outside, but I ain't doing reviews in the beer room at the moment because it's just too damn cold. I need to get some gas bottles or buy a wood burner. So it's been a while. Obviously, like most lagers, you get light malts, you get crisp, you get hay. It's got a crisp taste to it. It's all pretty standard fodder, really. Lagers, most lagers, pretty much very similar tasting. Quite a smoothness to this, though. It has been a while, and I do think that lagers, the mainstream lagers, are just standard stuff, not that interesting. Foster's, it's made by the Heineken Group in this country anyway. Heineken Group also make John Smith's, Strongbow, and that's just to name a few. Their range is quite large. I think Desperados is one of theirs. So yeah, good smoothness to it. Obviously 4%, you ain't going to get drunk on 4%. If you have a couple of cans of this and get drunk, then I'd be very, very surprised. My wife loves this. That much lager, that much lemonade, and that much lager, and as a lager, top shandy. And some people like the beers like that, where they have that much lemonade and top it with beer, like John Smith's or something. You wouldn't want to put anything different than John Smith's in. So, why does it sell so much? One, good marketing. It's always on TV. There's so much of it, and cheapness. When you can buy 20 cans for a tenner, you ain't going to get 20 bottles of any of your premium your wheeled lagers, we'll call them, for a tenner. You're not going to get any real ales 20 for a tenner. You'll get beers like John Smith's and those sorts of things, Caffrey's, maybe as well for a tenner, but your quality isn't going to be for a tenner, Shame, but obviously people have got, I suppose they've got net profit, mass produce. I don't know the logistics of all that, to be fair. So, It sells well because of some factors, but put it against your quality lagers, it will come up pretty short. In this country, Peroni is probably the best selling lager of all. Is it the best tasting? I don't think so. I think it's good. I think Heineken's better. But Heineken to me is not as fashionable as Corona. And I don't even like Corona, to be fair. Birra Moretti is a nice lager. Nice, refreshing, but they all are crisp. They all are refreshing. Taste-wise, Budweiser is surprisingly, unless I had a rancid bottle that day, I didn't like it at all. So, goes down lovely, you know, it is refreshing. On a summer's day or a day when you've had a long day at work, a testing day at work, especially this time of the year, I would say there's lots of people up and down the country having difficult days at work and difficult days shopping as well, because people go like idiots at Christmas. I've seen it, I've been there. 5 years of working at Sainsbury's for it, and what you see is amazing. Right, back to the review. I had a phone call in the middle of a review, eh? Most inconsiderate. So yeah, I've totally forgot what I was talking about now, as you do. No. So yeah, still some lacing in there, still retaining a sliver of head, good colour, good taste really. You know, you forget sometimes how good things taste, even though it is mainstream, and lager hasn't evolved like beers have, and again, like ciders have. You know, in the last since I worked at Sainsbury's, it was 8 years ago when I started there, the real ales have evolved a lot. You know, Punk IPA came on the shelves then and nobody really bought it, you know, and since then obviously beer has evolved. Some beers have gone out of fashion. I mean, you don't see any. My wife used to love this, like mud shakes. It's a milk, like a milkshake, alcoholic milkshake, best way to call it. And she loved that. And it came back about 4 years ago. Managed to get a crates of it because I spent nearly £100 on a crates. I had loads of cash then off the internet. Yeah, it was good days. And that's disappeared. But lagers to me have been pretty stagnant. There was a period 5 years ago now, where the Carling and I think it's their Zest range, where they had fruity lagers at a low alcohol, and they did well actually. You know, more aimed at women, obviously, fruitiness to bring them into the play. Big strapping blokes just drink lager, don't they? You know, I suppose that's the thing about it. You know, whether that's the in reality, everyone drinks everything. You know, blokes drink gin, and I always thought gin was a woman's drink, but hey, what do I know? Yeah, so now I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, lager needs to evolve more in my eyes. I did drink some Birra Moretti Toscana the other week, and that was really good. You know. That has evolved slightly, and it's a step in the right direction, because if you're going to evolve lager, you want full strength lagers that have flavour in them, different flavours, but also go stronger as well, like a 9% lager. Why do we not see it? But anyway, this little fella, yeah, it's pretty standard fodder. It tastes good. It's not brilliant, you know, it's certainly not a top 10 beer or wine or spirit of my choice. It's a good lager. It's similar to Carling in my view. It's not as good as, I'd say Heineken's one of the leaders in the lager. Taste, but it is nice. And on a certain day, this is where reviews are really hard, because on a certain day at a certain time, every beer will get a fantastic review. I think I reviewed Golden Goal, a Haverwood beer, in the summer months, and it was a certain day when it was roasting. I drank it and it hit the spot in every way imaginable. 4.6 out of 5 it got. And would it get that in the middle of winter? Maybe not. So, out of 5. It was actually better than I remember it. I'd had a Foster's in, a long time. So, out of 5, I'm going to give it a 3.9 out of 5. It was good, standard stuff, but you can see why it sells well. It's nice tasting, but it is what it is. It's just not interesting enough to be a high-ranking beer in my eyes. High-ranking lager, rather. Although they still call it lager beer, don't they? Right. Thanks for watching. See you soon.